Okay, doing a little bit of a coffee talk, a little bit of a coffee stream on this Tuesday morning. It's snowing, and I've got my first cup. No one can see you.
But you're very cute.
You are very cute in your little creepy, crawly. What is that? A dish for your hat? Hello, everybody. Good morning. Oh boy. See, she's got her own little hat on. Good morning, Lori. Last one. James, incompetent hands. Hello. Rob or Reb. What's up, Reb? Good morning, Jay. Mark Swan. Wonderful to see you, Mark.
Hi, Mark Swan. Good morning.
Okay, Mark. You got a hello from Lauren. Are you happy? What's going on, Kelly Silva? Good morning, Lauren. Mark says. King 40. There's my King 40. Cold in here in Texas. You know, it's pretty chilly over here too. Anybody in the what's up, Nasty Nate? What's up, Queen? One Way Mel. Anybody in the Northeast? How you guys waking up this morning? We had last night. I gotta say, we're not getting no 11 inches. We might get maybe a few more since it's gonna. It says it's gonna snow until about 3 p.m. But we got the little tiny snowflakes, which usually means that's the beginning of something and not the end. But the other thing there too is, I woke up and the streets were clear, but everything had a nice little coating on it. Chill. This is, at least for us, this is the kind of snowfall I wish we would have on a Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Snowed in East Tennessee, cold in Phoenix, -8 wind chill by Nasty Nate. See, it's cold over here, but it's not like that. South Texas, 21 degrees.
Might be by tomorrow. It's only going to be in the 20s.
Yeah? Northeast is snowy, don't want to shovel. Waking up. A balmy 9 degrees in Idaho today. My husky is very excited, said his ST. I would love this on Christmas Day. Yeah, this. I mean, all that -20 wind chill stuff. I don't want that on Christmas Day. But what we had last night was quite pleasant. Arizona, 43 degrees. Hey Siri, what's the temperature right now?
It's 27 degrees outside.
It's 27 degrees outside right now, too. Brother Zoe. Oh, she got her horse. There she is.
Whoa.
Whoa! She fell off her horse. Oh boy. What's the horse's name?
It's a feels like of 18.
Feels like 18. We're finally out of -50 Celsius in Calgary. -13 now. Time for shorts. Rachel says, wow, she really looks like Lauren. Yeah, the hair, thankfully, and the mouth and cheeks. I claimed this. The eyes and the eyebrows. I staked my claim. Okay, so just want to say hello to everybody. And also, I have a little bit of a blank sheet over here to take some notes. It's going to be pretty simple tonight. Got Rich Barris. I contacted Laura yesterday. I said, Laura, listen, would love for Rich to come on with me on Tuesday night for a little bit of a post-mortem in Iowa, and there is plenty to talk about. I just wonder what kind of questions you may have for Rich. I have the obvious things down. The outcome is not surprising at all. Not surprising at all. I expected that, and we got it. I think most of us did. But what is surprising is the speed with which we got a result. The projections of results while people were still voting, that was surprising to me. And I wonder if that is a double-edged sword, if that's something that should not be celebrated. How is it possible? And is there a way of looking at it that makes it legit and perfectly reasonable to have called it that early? That's the number one thing I want to ask him. There are other things. I've been sending myself messages all night, sending myself emails all night with follow-up questions and things like that. Obviously, there's the obvious VP question. There's other things that we can do without Rich. The delusional Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley got third place, and she says it's now a two-person race. So, I don't know. So, anyway. Hey, if he picks Carson, I think that would be the best thing. Strategically, I think it would be the best thing. But listen, and I'll say it again tonight. Do you think Vivek is growing a following to come together to be Trump's VP? Vivek. That was the fact that he was that low in the polling. It was what was strange to me. And honestly, you know, I'm not riding the fence with any of these people. I seriously have not really been paying attention that much. All I know about Vivek Ramaswamy, I know people do deep dives into him, and they found some things to be concerned about, or they found some things that they like, and whatever. I haven't been doing that. All I know about him is the takedowns of Nikki Haley, the debate performances. He says things that are spot on in perfect at perfect time with perfect timing. There's no doubt about that. But I don't know. It's just, what does it matter? You know. But still, what is his future, Vivek future, and how the hell did he pull so low out there? I thought that he was going to be coming in second place. I thought he would at least have trounced Nikki Haley. So yeah, I heard Soros money. I've heard Obama plagiarist, all that stuff. But you know, I'm a lot less invested in this than I have been in the past. But still, it's interesting to watch it all unfold. Does anybody else have a feel that there's just an ominous feeling behind this whole thing? Not in life in general. You know, I'm a fairly optimistic guy, but I saw a lot of celebrating last night. I wasn't necessarily celebrating. I was just like, okay, saw that coming. It's the most logical thing, and you know, I'm just observing people. I'm observing people fighting with each other, dunking on each other. I'm just watching everything and just taking it all in. But at the same time, even when you see people celebrating, I'm like, I don't know, there's something very ominous, even beyond the celebrating. Like people so excited, we're doing it again, you know, Trump 2024. And I can see why you would say that. And obviously Trump has all the momentum, but there's just something so ominous to me about this particular thing. Other than that, I don't walk around with a dark cloud hanging over my head. But I got to bring that up tonight. Ominous feeling. New Hampshire should be telling, yes. When is Archie's Ghost? You go well with my coffee as well. Which is actually, yeah, it's my coffee. So I want to know what is off for everybody. What feels off? You know? Obviously, you can say, well, you know, it's the fact that 2020 hasn't been addressed. And I guess there's that. But Anyway, Dems switched parties and voted for Lake's opposition during the primary. Hobbs' twin sister promoted it online. Okay, so there's the other question. Open primaries. Open primary effect. I'll ask Rich about that. We'll bring that up. The open primary effect. What is the point of even having open primaries? It's all the greatest show on earth, says Brother Zoe. Yes. Yes?
What?
Oh, wow.
We're making snowflakes.
They're making snowflakes on the window. They have those window markers that wash off. So whenever it's a rainy day or something, Aurora can just draw all over the windows. And they're putting snowflakes on the windows. So nice. Pink and green snowflakes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why not?
And orange snowflakes. Wow.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen these days with pollution, right? Mark Swan is checked out. Well, good, Mark Swan, because then you're going to like a lot of the other topics that we're going to be bringing up on the show soon. Got great guests. Got great things that I'm building just for audience call-in shows. The simulation is real. Let's see here. History in the making. I'm just vibing with you guys for a little bit. I got my pen out. I'll be scribbling away. What's going on, James? Davos? Yeah. I've got some clips from Davos. Some of the Davos ladies out there crying about Twitter being a extremist platform, and what do we do? What do we do? The fortification is already in process. Jesse James says, I think it'll be similar to 2020, but more focused to create mass chaos again. Well, that is going to be, the buildup is right now. The buildup is right now. Let's see. We will allow the tall Miami Mall aliens to vote. Yes. How can you disallow the 8-foot tall Miami Nephilim from voting? How can you exclude them and call yourself an American? They have to be given a voice. But Nikki Haley killed my puppy. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. The tall aliens are perhaps funding Vivek. Yes. Tall aliens funds short man. Jack Pallet, when are you going to do the 6 degrees of separation again? One of the best topics. Let's do it this winter. I'll promote it tonight. Great idea. Because you know what? I'll just say we forgot to do it in 2023. It's one of those things where I wanted to put a good amount of space between it all so that we can get, we don't get the same stories, but the audience keeps growing, so we should be able to get more people. I'm going to promote that tonight. Let's see. 6 degrees of separate. Oh, I should also say that when Badass Month comes back around for June, we already have enough badasses for every night of June in 2024 and going into 2025. Vivek Ramaswamy, he dropped out. It's over? Okay. So I guess I'll just put a bigger question mark on this other question. Vivek future. Do you think Trump is still in charge of his destiny? Well, the American voters are in charge of destinies at this point. Lucifer's hammer is becoming more and more relatable. I gotta go and read a little bit today. Vivek endorsed Trump. I think he's hoping for a cabinet position or for press secretary. Yeah, no. See, Archie's. I think that's the most obvious thing that most people have seen. That if you're going to play personnel, if you're going to plug people into personnel roles and just have fun with that, then he would be one of the sharpest White House press secretary ever. Oh yes, it'd be far more entertaining than what's her name? What's her name from Alabama? And Kayleigh McEnany or Sean Spicier. Remember all those? King's getting some praise in the chat room. Vivek is pluggable. Laura Loomer should be Trump's press secretary. Can you imagine that? Oh boy. Then we're really going to be doing 6 degrees of separation shows. Man, oh man. You do know that as this goes on, Alex Jones, press secretary, he can't stay focused. Alex Jones can't stay focused. Alex Jones is made for his show. He is built perfectly for his show. You know? There's nothing else that you plug him in. I mean, he has done fantastic on other people's shows. But when you put him into an official capacity, if he had to be a press secretary or if he's in a debate setting, it is just doesn't work. That's a guy that's just he had to make his own job. The reason Vivek dropped out is because too many dyed-in-the-wool trad Republicans couldn't vote for a young guy that talked about current events. They can't stand new things. Is that it? Well, I'm writing down stuff here. VP, I got that question over here. VP, Vivek future, ominous feeling. Does anybody else have an ominous feeling?
Yeah.
What feels off? Open primary effect. And then, of course, the side note to bring back a 6 degrees of separation show. So that's what we have. So, other than that, do you expect to be on Matt Christensen's channel this Sunday? Her belly button has turned outie instead of innie. You're talking about blonde? I told Matt to send over my well wishes to blonde this weekend because I know that she's about to give birth any moment. But he texted me on Sunday and said, "Hey man, are you good to go for tonight?" It's 80% chance that blonde is able to do it, but because he's had me on call. He's had me on call like an ER doctor since like Christmas weekend. So I know that he said over the next 2 weeks it's definitely go time for blonde and her new baby coming into the world. So it's either this Sunday or next Sunday. I can see myself filling in for blonde on Matt Christensen's Sunday night show, which is always fun. Always fun. Go live at 9, and I'll have that syndicated on the website and stuff. Frank the Midwife. Yes, only the midwife for broadcasts. I come in to make sure that the broadcast is taken care of if the female host is bringing new life into the world. It's the only thing I'm qualified to do, to make sure that the conversation does not stop. King 40 says there's nothing new about Vivek. Yes, Wally, they want me to deliver Blonde's baby. It's not even about Matt Christensen's Sunday night show. They want me to be there to catch. What are you laughing at? I can catch. I've got good hands.
Uh-huh.
If you had another baby, I'd be able to catch that baby out of you.
No.
What do you mean no?
I don't like babies.
You don't like
babies.
you take care of babies all day. You don't want a baby, a new baby in the family?
No.
What?
This is news to me.
You were just taking care of baby Santino on Sunday night, and you were so loving. You were caressing his head, and you were being so nice.
Uh-oh.
Lauren laughing, LMAO. Well, I don't know what's so funny. There's nothing hard about catching a baby coming out. I think the hard part is the pushing.
I don't think that you'd have a hard time catching it. I just think that
I think you about it.
the idea.
I'm getting double teamed over here.
I think you're very bad.
You just keep your comments to yourself there.
Lauren doesn't want you looking at another person, another woman down there, Frank.
You're not the.
Well, I mean, it's
If it's a medical
a
thing,
medical thing. I think that Frank.
pretty sure he's not going to be enjoying.
Yeah,
his time.
it's not one of those things where it's just, you know, if I ever got called in to help somebody deliver a child, I don't think it's going to be
Don't look at that vagina.
okay. There's nothing very.
Don't worry
That's
about
actually why I laughed, because
Yeah.
the thought of you.
Don't worry about it.
The last thing I'm going to be thinking is, I got to text this woman afterwards. I couldn't do it, says Jeff.
Okay, now it's just getting silly.
Brother Zoe says, I'm no gynecologist, but I'll take a look.
Don't worry about anything else.
That's
Don't
good.
worry about anything else about that time.
Yeah, well,
Don't worry about anything else about that
what are you going to
time.
do?
Don't worry about SL. Pale.
Yeah, well, I cut the umbilical cord. I did that after 5 to how long would she stay connected? Like 5 to 7 minutes.
No, I think it was like 4.5.
We were very happy. We wanted her to stay connected to the umbilical cord for at least a few minutes. And the first doctor that came in was just like, no, we'll give you 30 seconds. Give us 30 seconds. Well, thankfully, Aurora held out a little bit, and Lauren held out a little bit longer for the doctor shifts to turn over, because the second doctor that came in, the woman, she just kind of left them connected for like nearly 5 minutes. Aurora was the purplest baby in the nursery. It was a beautiful sight. I know some people stay connected until the umbilical cord literally rots off of them. That wasn't going to happen. Yes? What are you doing down there?
I'm going to imagine myself in a baby.
You're going to pretend that you're a baby? She's turning herself back into a baby. Oh, she's a baby again. Gag, gag, gag. See? She's a baby again. She doesn't know how to talk anymore. That's all it takes. You guys at home, if you just want to give yourself another 25 years, all you got to do is like this. I could actually use a little bit more cream. Actually, Lauren, could you give me a little, like a topper on this? Thank you so much. Oh, Lauren's crawling behind me. Everybody's avoiding Well, everybody's avoiding the camera.
You want more cream in here?
I'll take a little more cream. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. I guess that's it. I guess that's all. As far as the notes go, I think that we're good. Because I only got a half hour. I told Laura, you know, Rich is coming on the show on January 30th. So can he just give me a half hour? I'm going to have him come on at 7:15. I'm going to have Rich come on at 7:15 so that we can go until about 7:45. I can give some closing thoughts and maybe take some calls in the first half before we go to intermission. And then I hope you guys call in. I hope you guys. Thank you so much, Lauren. Oh, we are at the top. Yeah, you can actually see it. We're right there. Creamy goodness. Second half. You know what? While we're here, quickly, I have some ideas for the second half. Aside from calls and super chats, anything you guys want to discuss? Any topic? That last night's topic that I said that we should talk about is: did you bug out anywhere during 2020, during the pandemic? Did you bug out? Did you get out of the country? Did you leave a state to a remote part of the country, or did you leave the country for any other place in the world that was relatively untouched? So you let me know what you think would be a really cool topic. No bugging out now.
Yes!
The fight is here. Yeah, it's a big one. Bugged in. I feel pretty bugged in myself. Went to a more remote part of the country. Already remote, Frank. Already remote. Well, that sounds great. What kind of cream are we using? Well, this is just the, we got organic half and half. But I've got to order from my Amish friends again because it's been a long time since I had the raw creamer, and there is nothing like it. With the raw creamer, you just need a little bit, and you can feel the fat going right to your brain and waking you up. I am bugged out, so I'm just gonna. So, are you bugged out? Bugged out. That's just a side thing. The way things are going, good old state of Missouri might need to put a fence around the whole state. You know, there's been enough weird news coming out of Missouri to dissuade me from ever moving there. And I thought that might have been one of those states where, you know, Mark Swan is from Missouri. He said I didn't need to bug out. Well, as long as you're not near places like Ferguson, I guess, or any of the big cities. It's seriously just like, how close are you to any big city? Because if you're in it doesn't matter what color state you're in. It really doesn't matter. Like, if you're in New York and you're living in Western New York, along the Pennsylvania line, and you're closer to the Great Lakes region, you're living in as remote and you know, rural life as anybody in this country. You know, so just say, oh, New York. Obviously, Albany dictates what happens around, but you know, local governments still do have a lot of sway in how good of a life you live. So it really is just a matter of what kind of proximity you are to a large city. Because any Texan will tell you, as they tell me all the time, you know, if you're living in Austin or near Austin, you're having a you know, in many ways a very similar experience to a lot of northeastern states near their cities. It's just one of those things. Big cities attract carpetbaggers from all over the place. You know, that's why a Californian would move to Texas. Where they would move to Texas for a lot of the financial breaks, but they would move into a big Texas city to be able to maintain some of that culture that they love so much. It's just one of those things. I was born in Missouri. I've got family with land, 3 generations of homesteads built on it. That's what I want. That's what I want. you know, I keep pitching people in my life, hey, you guys want to go in on like 150 acres somewhere? Something with a little bit of woodland in it, a little, you know, maybe a fishable stream, something, a pond. You know, does anybody want to go in on that with me? We can build our own little, everybody gets a parcel, and that's what I'm trying to pitch people in my life, to see how many would actually go and throw down and develop a piece of land somewhere. See, I get a lot more enthusiasm from people in the chat room than than people I know personally. It doesn't have to be called Franklyville or anything like that. It can just be something else. It's a dream, yes, it is. It is a dream. Novo Franco. What's going on, Decline? Good morning. We got a half hour in today. I just really want to be able to do that. We'll stay on for a couple more minutes, but these are nice. Half hour goes a long way on these. Yes, yes, King. It's going to be called Ginzoville. Or we can call it Newest Guinea. Instead of New Guinea, it could be the Newest Guinea. Newest Guinea, Tennessee. That would just be a colloquial term among the people who live in that plot of land, because I don't know if we were going to be able to get the if we would actually be given the ability to to incorporate as an actual town. But you know, we can name our neighborhood whatever the hell we want, you know, put a sign outside of it. That'd be funny if we have our own. We buy this plot of land, we start developing and all that stuff, and we actually start from the get-go. We start segregating by there has to be an Italian quarter. The Irish are not allowed to come in. You come to New Guinea, the newest Guinea, and you are assigned a parcel based on your identity. We actually start going even harder in that direction. It all goes to shit right off the bat. Okay, where does your family hail from? Ireland, huh? Okay, so you're going to be giving the northwest corner. Do not go past, and we give them the coordinates. Do not go past these coordinates, unless of course you need like milk, or you have to go grocery shopping. You'll be given a twice a week half-hour pass to go shopping on the other side of town. There you go. Where are you from? And, you know, no, there will be no tunnels. No tunnels are allowed. No one is allowed to build tunnels. It's the last thing. Going to sleep at night, hearing voices coming from underneath me. No tunnels allowed. Hey, let's do a vote, or not a vote, but like just a roundup. Press 1 in the chat room if it is snowing by you. Press 2 if it is not snowing. Actually, snowing and freezing. And 2 if it's just kind of. Okay, here comes the wow. Is it snowing for everybody? Damn. It's all ones. 2. Finally, 1, 2. There's another 2. David. Okay, a couple of 2s there. But it's snowing for most people now. What does the national weather map look like? Snowing and freezing, you know, the combination. It almost looks like a drizzle right now, but we know it can't be a drizzle because it's sub 30 degrees. It's going to be icy. Virtual school day, no more snow days. Oh, that stinks. Oh, that stinks.
Not here. They
yeah,
decided they won't do that here.
next door in Connecticut, they aren't doing that. Our niece and nephew, they're home from school today, and there's no remote learning. But that wherever the hell that is, that stinks. That is part of the magic of childhood that you've taken away.
Because they build them into the school year. They build the days in. If they don't,
I
if they
remember
don't
on
use them, they don't use them. But
well, if you ever had mild winters, did you ever get extra days off at the end of the year?
yeah, they would let us out early, or they would tack days on to like our spring break.
Yeah.
Like in the Friday before and maybe the Monday, like just to use some of the days because
I remember on mild winters when spring and summer rolled around, like right before we got let out, we were given a lot more half days.
yeah.
Just and that was awesome. My kids' school did a traditional school day, so no remote for them. Most other days are remote. That stinks. Remote days. That stinks. Anyway, my son is still sleeping. He's 15. Yeah. This one over here. Tell her to sleep past 6:45. This is what she's doing. She's doing this in bed. Wow.
Whoa.
Aurora, do a spin. Whoa. That's very nice. So, let's see. Sleepy teens. I remember sleeping like that as a teen. It's the last time I slept past 10 o'clock when I was a teenager. I remember that there was one summer. It might have been summer between freshman and sophomore year or something like that. I don't know what it was, but it was before I really, really started working. I've had jobs since I was 13. I was never without a job. It was just the intensity of work schedule that changed. Like in my first job, I was 13 years old, and I was just, washing dishes and stuff at this little pizzeria in Stamford, Connecticut called Michelina's Pizza. And that was a lot of fun. And then just from there, Skip got me my first on the books job early, young. I was just turning 15, and he was able to get me working papers, and I started taking on shifts at CVS Pharmacy at 15. Limited because of how old I was, but still, it was that summer before I really started working a lot that I was sleeping until, like, I would wake up at 10:30 and go, oh, it's only 10:30, and I go back to sleep, and I would like get my day started around 1. Oh, I think back at that and I feel so dirty about like dragging yourself out of bed, because you remember this, dragging yourself out of bed. You get up, it's like nearly noon. You've got the hot summer sun on your face. Oh, it's the worst way to wake up. It's the worst way to wake up. No, it was sleep. It was sleep. I wasn't like partying or anything like that. I've never really been a hard partier. I'll stay up late. I'll stay up late. I'll stay up until my issue is I'm more prone to stay up until 2, sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning, especially back then, and just watch movies and play video games and read and do stuff like that. It was never like I was out drinking or stuff like that. In fact, in college, obviously we all had our party nights, but in college I was, on more than a few occasions, the person that people called to pick them up when they were drunk at bars in places like New Rochelle and other places, because they'd be going out before we were 21, even too, like they all had their fake IDs and stuff. They would go out to bars and stuff, and I'd be like, hey, listen, call me if you need a ride later on. Just because I didn't care about being in that setting. Everybody's all getting into fights and shit like that. I was out with the band. We were playing gigs and all over New York and New Jersey, the tri-state area. You know, we were in bars and shit like that playing gigs. But just to go to a bar, it was just never our scene. So I would be the guy that people called to go and pick them up when they were drunk. That's great because as you're driving, you know, your girl and guy friends home, and they're all, you know, talking and just like you're just listening to these people, what they're saying in their drunken state. And it actually dissuades you from wanting to get drunk. You know, that's just, I just watched, I have been able to watch so many people beclown themselves in a drunken state that it made me just like, I've had my bad nights, trust me. I can tell you stories that are not very unique, but I've had my bad nights. But I'll tell you, I found my limits very early, and I've been able to hold myself to those limits pretty good. You know?
Daddy.
I don't even drink at all anymore, says Jillian.
Daddy.
What?
I'm sleeping.
You're sleeping? Oh, your hair looks so pretty out like that. Look at how much hair you have.
Be quiet.
You want me to be quiet? How am I going to talk to these people if I'm quiet? Daddy's friends are here, though.
We can't have an empty shade.
I can't have an empty what?
We have to be quiet with an empty cage.
Okay. I get you. I understand. Well, it's just a couple more minutes, so you try to sleep somehow with Daddy talking, all right? Hopefully I don't keep you awake.
I will be awake.
You will be awake?
Yeah. All night.
Get over here with that big hair. Get over here. Look at all that hair. Oh, she's drinking coffee? Now she's going to be awake all night. Let me see what you guys are saying. I barely drink. Being around drunks ruined it for me. That ruins it. Listen, I am when we all get together one day, when we start doing our periodic, quite frankly, meetups and stuff like that, we have our galas and stuff. Hey, I'm going to have myself a nice scotch. I'll have whenever I go out to dinner, I always defer to the waiters and the waitresses. Hey, on this cocktail menu, what would you have? What do you go to first? So I'm always trying new things. I'll do, in a social setting, I love it. But I'm not one of those guys who comes home at night and needs to have a drink to unwind. I do. I would like to. I can't wait to come home and have it be warm enough to go outside and maybe have an occasional cigar. I like those. But that's what I have. All right. Any last words, ladies and gentlemen? Because I'm going to go and I'm going to put together the show for tonight. There's a little gremlin that was just walking behind me. Oh, there goes the gremlin. Any last words? I'm going to go put this stuff for tonight. And yeah. See what you guys think. I like these Tuesday mornings. I really do. See you tonight. The planet went crazy. Hope you have a great day. Absolutely. And what I will say is one more time, and I know I've been plugging this a lot lately, but I really want to get to this point. If you aren't a sponsor of the show, for as little as $5 a month on the Subscribe Star, we're getting we're getting closer and closer. It's a little inching along the way. We're about 33% of the way, a little bit more than that. We were at 28% maybe about a week and a half ago. I just want to get that to 80% funded on Subscribe Star, and then the full 2 hours can be live everywhere again. Because of course, the biggest reason why this wonderful partnership with our great friends at Pilled was so attractive is because I got to hire staff immediately instead of wait months and months and months and try to cut corners and not be able to pay people what they're worth, or at least to pay to get the ball rolling. So if you haven't become a sponsor, you get more of these types of streams on Sunday. Tonight is book club, things like that. You'll be there for. So you can sponsor through a whole number of ways: Patreon, Subscribestar, right through QuiteFrankly.tv, and through Foxhole. But the one thing I'm concentrating on for the time being is Subscribestar. So I want to get that to 80% funded, and that's when we can open up the doors again. And I'd love to have you guys be a part of that. I'd rather, it's a great honor to be sponsored by the audience. So thank you guys. Frank, do you have consider anyone getting some crypto wallets? I have them. In the description of every episode, there's 3 crypto wallets, the wallet keys that people told me a long time ago. For those of us in the audience who really, we have crypto, you should have those available. So I think I have Ethereum, Bitcoin, and maybe Litecoin there. I think. I don't know what else, but there's definitely Bitcoin. Love you too, King. Thank you so much. Everybody's talking about their favorite scotches. That's it. That's a good set. All right. Take care, Frank and family. I have stories. Everybody says Aurora photo bombing you. Yes. She understands. She understands. All right, Aurora. You want to say goodbye, everybody? You want to say goodbye, everybody? No. All right. Well, see you later, everybody. Goodbye, everybody.
Have a great day.
See ya. All right. I'll see you guys at 7 o'clock. Thank you for all the notes, and thank you for the wonderful coffee company. Thank you for the company during this nice coffee talk on Tuesday. All right. That's all. Take care. Be well.